This is Archive of 12, and today we have a new Divide music song. It is his Alucard song, Worlds Collide, about Castlevania. The last time he covered Castlevania was, I believe, his Trevor Belmont song, or Belmont, excuse me, Belmont. And the best way that Fable described that, and I agree with it to a degree, was it was the Bohemian Rhapsody of nerdcore. It was an experience. It was a journey. It was almost 7 minutes of being taken from one event to the next. And it just kept going. Every single section of the song was perfectly done. Every single section of the song felt like it had a purpose. And it felt like it was kind of like 3 or 4 songs in one. And it was so incredibly unique that I was really hoping that he would do something similar with any other Castlevania song. And even if he doesn't, this is probably still going to slap because this is Divide here. It's been a long, long time since I didn't groove to a Divide music song. Ironically enough, I think the last Divide music song that I would say he came out with, which I would label his worst song, was his Alucard song for Hellsing Ultimate. So I feel like every song since then has been like a step in the right direction. And honestly, the only thing I didn't like about the Hellsing Ultimate Alucard song was the fact that he rhymed words with the same words a couple of times, and I didn't like it. That felt a little weird to me. But he was also going through a writing class at that time, so his writing for songs has drastically improved since then. That was like almost 2.5 years ago, I think. So, and we've heard so many songs since then. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch this without my commentary, because I will be pausing, I will be talking about it. And without further ado, let's get started. I see lore in the down here. I haven't seen Castlevania. I know the story of Castlevania. I've had basically the entire plotline spoiled for me for the first, like, what was it, 2 seasons, I think. I don't know anything about Nocturne. So if Alucard's in Nocturne, I don't know anything about that. But like, at least for the original Castlevania run, I know enough about it, just through like the plotline, that I'm fairly certain that while I may not get the bars, I will understand them, to a certain degree. But because I don't know the lore of Castlevania, I'm very curious about these little tidbits that are probably going to pop up. Oh, okay. So this is actually talking about lore about the character from the video games in relation to the anime. That's actually kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I get the distinct impression that we're going to get kicked in the face with a guitar here in the next like couple measures. As of right now, though, this piano intro and now, is that a cello that's been added into it? Is just beautiful.
Beneath the granite towers where the old secrets keep, ancient winds murmur tales as the castle drifts to sleep. Glimmers from the torchlight trace patterns short and tall. Echoes of past revelries linger in the hall. Whispers of a life in gray I tread between the living and the dead. In my heart, in my heart.
There it is. Okay. Full disclosure, I was not expecting the beauty of this song to capture so much of it. I honestly expected that, like, I don't know, around here-ish was when the guitar and the drums are going to kick in and turn into like a rock song. I figured it was going to happen because of how the Belmont song went down. But I wasn't 100% certain. So it's actually quite impressive that it waited as long as it did until about here, a minute 17 in. But like what that did was allow you to soak up in the majesty that is Divide's voice. And when you're just focused on just the strings and the piano with like the occasional like drum hit every once in a while, you just feel this incredible power that is also a little sad. It's definitely a somber feeling that I was getting from this. Like it felt very prominent and it felt very intentional. And it felt very orchestrated, that you were supposed to have a little bit of sympathy and a little bit of sadness for Alucard. And I imagine that's probably playing into some of his storyline through Castlevania. It caught me off guard a little bit that he took this route, and I'm actually really glad he did, because he doesn't do this very often. And in fact, I can't remember the last time I heard a song that he did that felt this emotionally powerful. But obviously we're going to be getting into a rock section here that's going to flip things on its head. It's no longer going to be about the sadness of Alucard. It's going to be about Alucard being a badass. I just know it. I just know it. And honestly, I'm kind of curious to see how he decides to play that up, especially how he's entered this for almost a full minute of just somber piano and strings.
In my heart, two worlds collide. Between them I can't hide, but still I stand despite the frame of my way. Two worlds collide. The pain I pushed aside. In the dark I won't decay. I'll find my way.
Despite that being such a hard-hitting guitar, that maintained the somberness and sadness from the earlier part. And that's impressive, because it's really hard to capture like a somber, sad feeling with a little bit of hope mixed into it with a rock song. There are very few songs that I can think of off the top of my head that can actually make you feel sad while also make you feel like you just heard some sort of badass epic. The one that's coming to my mind right now because of my mom's memorial yesterday or on Sunday, excuse me, this is releasing on Tuesday, is the Five Finger Death Punch version of Gone Away, which was an original song by The Offspring. Like that song, it's a bit of a rock song with a very somber and sad feeling to it, with a little bit of hope. That section right there, I think that song is the closest song that I can think of right now that matches the vibe that we just heard from that section, which I'm guessing was the chorus. And that's one of my favorite songs from Five Finger Death Punch. So I strongly am enjoying how he presented that chorus.
In the heart of the fray, side by side we stood, silent oaths binding us, deeper than words could. Eyes that shared stories of pain, hope, and mirth. Together we found purpose, gave each other word. Moments once held close, now distant stars, fragments of a journey traced out by the scars, whispers of a life in gray I tread between the living and
Ooh. Did you hear that? That was so pretty.
life in gray I tread between the living and the dead. In my heart, in my heart, two worlds collide. Between them I can't hide, but still I stand despite the fray of finding my way. Two worlds collide, the pain I pushed aside. In the dark I won't decay, I'll find my way.
Ooh. Hold on. I heard guitar solo and I immediately had to check. Okay, so Fable mastered this. I think that this guitar solo that's coming up is actually Divide. This sounds like I'm not seeing Ole Androvsky or any of the other people that he's gotten to participate on this. So this might be a Divide guitar solo. The moment I heard the guitar starting to go crazy, I was like, I want to make sure that I'm giving credit where credit is due, because that whoever's doing it deserves it. I know this was a 4-minute song, and that's actually quite long for most songs. Most songs usually average between 3 and 3.5 minutes. But I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I have to say that I say is like a bad thing about this song is that it's over. Because I would not have minded to sit there for another 2 minutes having him do a full another verse and another playthrough of the chorus. Genuinely. I think that would be, in my opinion, I'm not even going to call it a failing or a fault. That would just simply be my personal preference, is one more verse. Give me a little bit more time to soak this in, because it was so pretty and so well done. And I'm just sad that it's over with. And I would like to have had a little bit more time, kind of like with the Trevor Belmont song, because the Trevor song was, I think, like 6 minutes long. And so I wouldn't have minded this song being like 6 minutes long. Maybe I'm just a little greedy, but like it was that damn good. Okay. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Markoff at 12, and I will see you in the next video.